few weeks ago you asked a question about suspensions in the States. There's been some developments since. A senior person who is suspended at the moment came out and said that as far as she was concerned, suspension did not amount to a neutral act, which is the sort of way that things have people been viewing it to the moment. There are several very senior people at the moment, magistrates, police officers, surgeons, quite a lot of senior people. The bus drivers went on strike recently because somebody was suspended. School children are regularly suspended. What's the current thinking? Has your view changed since you asked your question?
I think it has, in the sense that I don't think simply because somebody is accused of something serious there should automatically be suspension. But obviously if they're in a kind of profession where if they were to continue working with their with the group who their department works with, it would be necessary to remove them from that situation because they might be seen as damaging that particular group. But there are other cases where the suspension might be about a matter which has no direct bearing on how they directly perform their professional duties, and they could probably be kept in post or moved to another post while an investigation went on. I think the bigger issue is the length of these investigations. It seems when they become police investigations they go on and on and on, and I think we have to look at why these investigations take so long, because obviously it's like the sword of Damocles hanging over a person. I mean, it's a really, really frightening prospect. So I'm up for looking at seeing whether we can be a bit more differentiating in the way we deal with it. That some people would merit it because quite clearly they have to be removed from that work environment, and others, serious matter, but they could be moved to another part perhaps of the organisation, or they could be allowed to continue working on the assumption that the matter is going to be dealt with in quick order.
In the sense that you might want to regularise it throughout the community, is it a subject that could possibly be regulated by law? Is it conceivable?
It's conceivable, but usually it falls under personnel policy within an organisation. So my view is it should probably remain to the organisation's personnel department, because there are clearly some areas, like if it involves a police officer and it's an allegation about the way he performed his duties on the street, you might want that person removed while that was being dealt with. Now, removed perhaps to a back office as much as removed entirely. Whereas there are other people, as I said, who could probably remain at work. So I'm not sure you can have a one-law-fits-all situation.
But one aspect of it would be obviously the person who is suspended must have presumably some right of appeal at a fairly early stage, because it obviously could be very damaging to a person if it goes on for a long time.
Yes, I mean, I think the best cure of all is to do it as speedily as possible. Now, part of the problem, we're told, is of course a lot of these cases involve the judiciary and they become police cases, and that's where the difficulties arise. But I really think we have to be very, very strong in ensuring that investigations are carried out in the quickest possible order. Because you've got to remember, irrespective sometimes of the outcome of a criminal case, there will often be an internal disciplinary case, irrespective of the outcome.
Indeed. Thank you much indeed.
Okay.